What's up? This is David. Today you're going to be seeing me doing a study of the Punisher. I got the reference from Pinterest. I don't know the artist's name, but you know, anytime I'm having a block, and I can't think of something to do off the top of my head. Plus, I was really binge watching the Punisher. Still haven't finished season 2 yet, but I'll get there. But anytime I'm having a creative block or anything like that, I just tend to use like a reference or something, just to kind of get you back in the flow of things and spice it up a little bit. For me, do something a little different than what I'm used to doing. So what you're gonna see here is my pencils always start off like really rough, and maybe that's from not being so consistent with drawing. Maybe it's just from, I don't know, I just try to keep it loose. Like I don't want to make everything too tight right away. So if anybody who's an artist out there, like if you draw something, like if you're too focused on one area, like say you draw like a really good face, but then you realize the eyes are off, or you do like a really good body, but one of the hands doesn't look as good as the other one. Like you can't get too attached to it. So I try to keep the initial sketch, the first part of it, like really rough, and then just kind of chip away at it from there. It's kind of like, I was gonna say being a sculptor, but it's not really anything like being a sculptor, but you do kind of chip away at it, just little by little. So you just get like the basic shapes and the basic like things kind of where you want them to go. And funny enough, I do fix the eyes are like a little uneven. I do fix that later on. I don't know. I don't remember if it's in this video or the next one. Also, the second video will be coming out right away, not like the last one. As you guys kind of get a little more used to me, I don't want to say drawing style, but like I fluctuate a lot between my interests at the time. Like it's really, I guess the best way I could describe it is like almost like having a short attention span. It's kind of like that. Like I was on the Spider-Man kick for a little bit, so I did the Miles video for my very first one, and then I still haven't colored it, and so that video still hasn't come out. And I don't know when it will, but I don't know. I kind of had a little extra time one day, and I started catching up on Punisher season 1, and I finished it. And it was like all into season 2, and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna do the Punisher. So I wanted to try something a little different for me, and it was cool. Like I was actually, you can't see on that camera angle, but I was watching the Punisher while drawing this, which made it a lot of fun. It's like makes you kind of feel like you're in that world. You know what I mean? And great show, very good show. Also really heavy though. Like I wouldn't recommend it after a long day of work. Like if you're tired and you're stressed out and you kind of want to laugh and relax a little bit, don't watch Punisher. I always feel like fighting after. Sometimes it's great, but only when I'm like really amped up. Now if you're just getting back from like the gym or something and you're still kind of hyper or whatever, or you had like a really good like fun day, and yeah, it's a fun show to watch, man. You guys check it out when you get a chance. And if you find any other good shows, Balance also really helps because I love that. Shoot me a comment. Let me know. I'd like to know. Maybe it'll give me some more ideas to draw. Or if you guys have any requests or anything. I know at some point I really want to do Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, Batman. I draw on a pretty regular basis. I try to take a break from that stuff, hence the Punisher. And you know, to be honest, I really like anime. Absolutely love anime. Even though I've been drawing for my whole life, anime for some reason, like it looks really simple, like the pretty girls and the big eyes and stuff like that, and they're like, it's so well done, it looks really easy to do, but when I sit down and draw it, like something just doesn't turn out right. So I think before I put any anime stuff on here, I'm gonna have to like practice a little bit, practice a whole lot, just to make sure I'm getting it down, because yeah, you'll see some rough stuff. So with this, like, I warmed up before I started drawing this, even though I'm still moving along pretty slow, because I tend to, like I was saying earlier, I tend to like focus too heavy in one area. So it's always like constantly reminding myself to keep moving to different spots, kind of like keep it loose, which it's somewhat pulling together a little bit right now. Also, I'm not big on drawing guns. I don't know why. I don't have a problem with guns. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. I like scythes. Like Grim Reaper has a scythe. Those are awesome. Or I don't really draw a whole lot of weapons now that I think about it. Huh. Maybe I have to change that. Look how focused I look. You know you're focused when your veins pop out of your forehead. Also, I don't get a lot of time to, like, well, I get a decent amount of time to draw, but, like, having kids and stuff like that, like, usually pretty late at night when I do get a chance, so I don't, I try to focus really hard so I can get it done quicker, or not quicker, but, like, get it done well, depending on, if I have, like, something specific I'm going for, because a lot of the problem, and a lot of the reason why it's taking so long to come out with other videos is, a lot of times when I sit down to draw, I don't have anything specific that I'm going for. Like, I just want to draw, and I want to draw all the time. But when you do that and you kind of practice, as with anything, when you practice something without intent, and you don't really have like a end goal that you're working on, at least for that session or something like that. You see me doing the bullet holes in the back. When you don't have an end goal or something like that, a lot of times like it won't turn out right, or it won't turn out good, which. A lot of my stuff I don't too much like. Like this one, I think turned out really cool. It was really awesome. I haven't done something this cool in a while, at least not to me. But like on Instagram and stuff like that, I'll post some okay stuff I do here and there. Like I'm still learning how to use the iPad, and I'm so used to paper. Like I don't know if you can, you can kind of see it from there. But like I have a hand condom, a hand condom on. It ripped. No, it didn't rip. It's just like a little half glove so that my hand doesn't touch the screen, because with the iPad Pro, it's super sensitive, as with anything like this, like a drawing tablet or anything like that. So my hand would always like push different buttons or make different marks on the page, or I forget that you can actually spin the drawing, turn it like so you don't have to like if you're drawing on paper, a lot of times you can't hit a certain angle, so you'll turn the paper so you can still do the angle, but you won't like break your hand doing it. It's like you can do that with the iPad Pro without turning the whole iPad. You just turn the screen. It's starting to move into the inks now. And you know, like when I would always do that with my hands, it always caused me to mess up. So finally I broke down and bought that little glove. It actually helped out tremendously, but sometimes here and there, like I'll slip in my middle finger or make a mark or something like that. I don't know. It just depends. Depends on how focused and how into the drawing I am. So yeah, right now working on the face of the Punisher. I've been trying to do like a little cross hatching is what you're seeing now. I don't usually do that too often, and that's also kind of why I wasn't worried so much about the eyes. Not to like, I think the second video or maybe the end of this one, I don't know, but like the eyes being a little uneven. I didn't too much care for this particular picture just because it's not like they're blacked out, you know what I mean? Like it's all shadow and shading. Another thing you're seeing, like with the little lines I'm doing right now, I was doing with a fine tip on the iPad Pro, and when I say fine tip, that thing is like damn near paper thin. Like it's so hard to get a straight line, and I was drawing for like 3-4 hours before this, so I was really warmed up. But it's so different drawing on the iPad Pro compared to paper. Like it's hard enough to make a straight line, or like you got to do it with confidence. I know it sounds funny for drawing something like that, but it makes a huge difference on like your mood and your level of confidence when you sit down to draw something. Like all that affects it. Pretty much whatever emotions you're feeling right now. But like as I make more videos and just kind of move it along, I would love to try different stuff outside of my box. Like I do love comic book stuff, so I'll probably stick within like the comic book anime thing. Like one thing I would really like to do is do like Kratos from God of War, the video game for PlayStation 4 is like one of my favorites ever, and I love Kratos. I love him like a brother, and I think he loves me back. But what I want to do is draw Kratos, but as a female anime character, and then get it tattooed. I know. That's awesome. But yeah, I've tried it. I want to say at least like 5 or 6 times, and each like I can get like a decent pose down, but it's extremely difficult. But maybe that could be one of the things on here that I do for a video. That'd be a lot of fun to do. Also, if anybody watching this does draw anime or anything like that, shoot me a comment or something like that. Like maybe you can give me some tips. I was thinking about doing maybe some how-to draw videos. I don't know. I don't really know where this is going. You guys are gonna see me do different things like time-lapse videos and stuff. I just figured out how to do, coincidentally, after I made these 2 videos of the Punisher. So I don't know. I like seeing the process of like how the picture gets to be what it is, and sometimes I don't like always seeing that really quickly. Like it's easier for me to see what's going on, obviously, if it's at this pace, because when it's super fast, like it looks cool and you see it done quicker. Also, you save some time, so you don't have to sit and watch a video, but like a 10-11 minute video or whatever. But to me, this is just cooler. So I might stick with this style of video for a while. Who knows? I don't even know. This is probably like working on this chest right now. This is probably one of my most favorite parts of the picture. Like his face and his chest were like by far the most fun to do. Everything else was pretty much making sure it was like in the right place, but like I don't know. It's just some sort of, I've always loved comic books, and it was just some sort of like watching the show and listening to it while drawing it. There was just like some sort of nostalgia going on doing this. Like I had a lot of fun. I probably even slept better. Not even playing. As funny as that sounds, I don't know. It's like something extremely satisfying with seeing this come along. Like total, from start to finish, I think this took me I want to say close to 3 hours. I think that sounds about right. Close to 3 hours. Needless to say, all the Punisher that was going on while I was drawing this, I had to like start over because obviously I'm not paying attention to the show at all. Like I was listening here and there, but I was more focused on trying to do the picture and get the picture right. It's nice to see some more cross hatching on the chest. There's 2 little bullet holes from when he got shot. I think we're coming up to the end, guys. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Second episode will be out soon, unlike Miles Morales. Thanks again, guys. We'll talk soon.